Nicole here. Let's move on to Taurus. So we had Aries last. That's the first sign. Taurus is the second. Remember with Aries, this is the springtime and everything is like blooming and coming back to life and it's exciting and exuberant. Once we move to Taurus, we have the season is kind of mellowing out. We're in the middle of springtime. Things are fertile. The soil is moist and this is when we plant things and they get ready to grow and spring forth, a month or so later. So this is a time that is steady, very earthy, and this applies to the Taurus personality. Taurus type people, the Taurus is ruled by Venus, and this is a fixed sign. So if we remember from the other videos, it's a fixed sign and it's a feminine sign. So that being said, Taurus type people are going to have the rigidity and the fixed nature of the fixed signs. They don't like change. They don't like to have to make big life-changing decisions. They like to have things be steady and on course, okay? And then also because they're feminine, the feminine sign, feminine part of them, they have a desire to nurture other people. They're quite family-oriented and family-focused. They, with a Taurus, they're a little bit hesitant to, emotionally bond and attach to somebody initially because they're security-oriented. They're not interested in having their world shaken apart, okay? Pure Taurus archetype, so we're talking somebody who was all Taurus, 100% Taurus, they would be somebody who would prefer to have things pretty regimented, like they like to get up at a certain time and eat at a certain time, go to the bathroom at a certain time, and if they're married, and they like to, have their work schedule be the same, and etc. That's pure Taurus energy, okay? So this archetype, it's because it's so steady and it's so grounded and earthy, sometimes Taurus type people can get a little bit stagnant and a little stuck. I have many people, when they come sit with me, when they're having problems, they know they've got a big, huge life change coming and they feel it coming and they have a real sense of dread about having to make this decision, even though they know that what's coming up is the direction they need to sort of head in, or perhaps they know where they're at right now is not working for them. The thought of change, though, is a very fear-inducing thought for Taurus types, okay? Now, also, let's talk a little bit about Taurus being ruled by Venus. So Venus rules two of the signs in the zodiac. It rules Taurus and it rules Libra. Through Taurus, it rules the five senses. Taurus is an earth sign, so this is the physical body, right? So this is the five senses of the body. Taurian types many times are sensualists of some kind, okay? Whether it is that they love music, or they love food, or they love beautiful colors. Like many times if somebody has Venus in Taurus, for example, Venus is exalted in Taurus. Venus loves being in Taurus. These people have awesome taste. They have really good taste. And if you've got other aspects happening with the Venus, and depending on where it falls, they could be really discerning and even really picky about their taste. Personally, I think Venus in Taurus is fantastic. This is somebody who knows how to dress, they know how to present themselves, and how to decorate their house, even if it's a masculine dude. They'll have a nice house. I know several men with Venus and Taurus that are like this. Also, Taurus energy is, like I said, it's the sensual energy. It's this appreciation of beauty of all kinds, types, shapes, and sorts, okay? And in particular, I feel like if you've got Taurus on your moon or your Venus, you're really going to appreciate the aesthetics of balance and harmony and proportion, okay? And the way that this Venus plays out through Taurus is going to be more like not just looking at something and appreciating it, but also like the enjoyment, the tactile enjoyment of something, eating a really good meal, drinking a bottle of amazing wine, going to a concert and hearing live music and being there where you can actually feel the music, right? Like physically feel it. Those are all Taurus sort of activities. Somebody whose moon is in Taurus is going to be, again, this is about, nurturing other people as well as themselves. They have a desire to have comfort in their lives. And this is comfort through the physical body. They don't like to be physically uncomfortable. They like to, if they're traveling, they like to travel comfortably and even like in style, even kind of luxuriously, not quite to the extent that you would see with Leo, but Taurus does rule, things being quality rather than, quantity, typically. What else? Okay, Taurus also, if we think of, I like to think of Ferdinand the bull out in the pasture. Ferdinand, he's got a pretty chill life. He's got his cows, his lover cows, he has his grass, and he has this big tree that he lays under. And he's totally stoked with that, and he's very lazy. That's also Taurus. Taurians can be a little bit, again, the sensualist part of them, they can indulge a little too much. They can be a little bit lazy. But it's because whatever it is that a Taurus is doing, if they're working really hard, then they're going to be on that track working really hard till they're done with the job, okay? If they're on the couch watching a football game, they're going to stay there until the game's done. Like, they are committed. Whatever they're doing, they're sticking to it, So that's how Taurus will play out. But the moon in Taurus is going to be somebody who, once they have decided to love you, they have to sit back and watch you for a bit. Once they've decided to love you, it is till death do you part, do us part, or whatever, I don't know, whatever the saying is. It is steadfast, loyal, and unchanging. And in fact, I've had people come to me who are having marital problems that have a bunch of Taurus in their chart, and they are being they're like a sail being whipped back and forth in the wind. And they don't even want to stay in the marriage necessarily, but they cannot bring themselves to leave because they're so committed and dedicated. And so there's real beauty in that, obviously if you can get through the things that are hard in your marriage and keep everything together, or in your business relationship or whatever, there's something to be said for obviously a steadfast nature. So anyhow, Taurus, that's Taurus. They are, think of also, I love this archetype too, the movie Chocolat, where she's cooking all this delicious, amazing food, and she's able to do magic sort of through her food. That's very Taurian, This is the appreciation for and the understanding of the physical world. And many times there's magic in the mundane, right? That is Taurus. Taurus understands the magic of just the reality of everyday life, if that makes any sense. They see the beauty in the mundane, and that's lovely. So, all right, that's Taurus.